Hi guys, welcome back on my channel. Dorota Palicka, International Nail Artist and Educator here, and today we are going to do really beautiful design. I was like, oh my goodness, that's so cute. We will be doing some ombre, the quickest ever way, and some whisk squiggles with the beautiful pearls and gems. Something very elegant but quick and easy to do, because that's what it is all about. You can have a wee preview in here. And I hope you really like this design the same way I do, because it's not over the top, very elegant, and your clients are going to like it. So let's start. Show you that zoomed in because I think it's absolutely beautiful, and that's what we are going to create. Amazing design for your clients. So I've got my tips prepared in here, and we are going to need some sponge and some nail forms. You could use also a tape. Switching off the light. Disasters happening on the beginning. Okay, and then with the sponge, you clean any bits and pieces of the fluffs. The color I'm using is a nice purple, one of my favorite ones actually. And then you just dab it in. Dab it to get a nice ombre. So the higher I'm going, the less product I'm going to have. And then on the bottom I want more, so I'm just dabbing in the sponge again. And starting blending that out. Trying to do it, finish looking at one layer. Doesn't work this way. I can pop it into the lamp and do the same on the other one, but we will use maybe a purple for a change, slightly different color of the, or no, what I could do is add a drop of the blue into this color, and I'm going to have a nice purple. So I'm picking up the pink first, dab it in just at the end because I wanted it to be more pigmented. Cook it, and then on this one we're going to go for the purple. So dab it. And the closer I get, I'm going to remove the excess from the sponge. And a gentle presses. More pigmented at the end. Just to get a slightly different look. And then when I'm happy with it, I'm going to pop it inside the lamp. Just going to mix another go of this color. I'm not too fussy to make it the ombre perfect just because most of it is hidden by the design anyway. You've got undetailed ombre designs on my channel already, how to do it with the sponge technique when we want to get a really perfect look, and how to do it with the brush technique as well. So I'm just cleaning my sponge, going into the purple only, and apply the second layer. blend that out. And then when I'm happy with it, I can cure it fully and move on into the next step. So the purple one in here. I can hear the seagulls. I'm not sure if you can guys hear them on the background as well. I've got two strongly pigmented sponge now. Smudging the top, wanted it more delicate. And then when I'm happy with it, I can put it inside the lamp and give it a cure. Okay, the next step is really important. So we're going to apply the top coat over it and then buff it. If you don't buff the top coat, it is not going to work for you. So I'm applying the top coat, covering entire tip, and same on this one, applying the top coat on the entire tip. Give it a proper cure. Clean my hands from the sponge. And on the side, on my mixing palette, I'm going to get some foil design gel. And I love it because it works with the chrome pigments. You could also use it for a transfer foil, but for a transfer foil, you need to know your technique. Like, it's more tricky because it is a technique into that. But for this look, you don't need any skill. It's just going to work for anyone, really. So my top coat is cooked, and it is very important that we buff this tip. If we don't buff it, the chrome is going to stick into that top coat. So you never can forget this step. And the buff needs to be really, really good. So I'm buffing all the way through, making sure there is no shiny space. It is so hot in here today that the blue tack is melting underneath. Okay, that's my tip nicely buff. And we are going to paint this design, so clean that well. I'm going to use the D-liner brush. Absolutely great for those type of designs. So picking up the blob of the product, press hard, press light, press hard, press light, press hard, press light. Give it wiggle. Hard, light, hard, light, hard, light. Now here we're going to paint some leaves. So kind of like on flowery bits and pieces. Something on the top. More swirly bits. I'm kind of constantly doing a similar movement. Nothing overly too complicated. And I love this brush because it's speeding up my work so much, like it's just painting really. Okay, and after I'm happy with it, I can give it a cure. Okay, and then when the tip is curing, I can quickly buff and paint the design on the second one. So the curing is pretty important. You need to over cure this gel. So normally this gel is used for the foil, and for the foil it's a 30 seconds cure on the slow settings, while on chrome look, like to use with the pigments, we have to over cure it. So I would suggest like an at least 60 seconds cure on the normal settings. Okay, I'm just buffing this tip quickly, but this is important that you don't have any shiny places left. Because if you leave any shiny place, the chrome is going to stick in there. Now for a change, I will paint a flower. So you can make a dot in the middle, so you know where is your middle, and that's all the petals are going to come to the same place. It is kind of like a love heart shape. Another love heart shape. I want them to kind of look all slightly different. And this line in the middle actually looks really nice too. Make sure you leave those wee gaps in between the petals. You've got seagulls like going on and singing so much. I'm going to prolong it like a wee triangle shape. Couple of the lines. So this way we have created, I might actually make it this one bigger. So this way we have created some flower, and it needs some kind of wee squiggles so it doesn't feel lonely. And I love how this brush kind of painted the squiggles on its own. Yay! Took it inside the lamp. I'm actually going to get the other tip as well, clean my brush. That's the one which I'm respecting. So when I'm cleaning my brush, I kind of roll it a little bit, just so it has a really nice point. And then I can put it on the side. So we're going to use some chrome pigments and maybe some pearls. Some base gel to stick them in, or just even on the top coat. And the first tip is almost cure. I'm just going to open my chrome pigment. Okay, that's it cooked. And then wrap the chrome over it. So because we have buffed the background, the chrome pigment is only going to stick into the foil design gel. Kind of keep massaging it in, just to remove the excess of the pigment. Clean it with the brush. And then if it would be on the client, I would either use the glue and stick the gems now and then go with the top coat around it. But because I'm going on the tip, or you could use the base gel as well. I'm just going to put the top coat and stick my gems into the top coat. So here for a change, I will go for a flower. I'm going to freeze it, just so the flower doesn't move from the space. And then just put a couple of the caviar bits. So I'm using the base gel to put the caviar bits on. And the caviar bits always look so elegant. I don't want to overdo it. That's enough. That's plenty. Give it a cure. You could also make a chain like, and then on the flower, just the same, chrome in. Rub this in, remove the excess. And here I show you how I would do it on the client. So I would apply the base gel. Pick the gem. Here I'm going to do the chain. So to do the chain, I'm just placing them in and then I'm moving them into the direction I want so they lie as a chain. Okay, freeze it. And each time when I'm working with the caviar bits, I'm just doing a small bit and then freezing the product just so it is not going to change the position. And another chain here. Those caviar beads are like, they're so elegant. I love them. Just the last couple. And they are different sizes as well. Like, I think for a chains, smaller ones looks prettier. They're not too heavy. Okay, almost there. I'm just going to straighten that up. That's a nice one. And then give it a cure. So I need just a couple seconds to freeze the product, and then I can go around with the top coat. I'm going to use the high shine top coat over the entire design, skipping the beads and a huge pearl in the middle. Inside, I actually think I'm missing something around the around this big pearl, just because it sticks out a little bit too much. So I'm just going to touch this up. Yes. Absolutely pretty. So it looks like a more realistic middle of the flower. Random amount, random thickness. Just so this pearl doesn't stick out as much. Also, I always find it as well, if I place the big gems and I've got something smaller around it, they tend to last much better than if it's just like a wee single gem, which can be easily catched. So the first one is finished completely. I'm actually feeling I'm missing now those wee caviar beads on the first one I have created. Oh gosh, this blue tack, it melted today. It's just so hot. And there we are. So we've got pink, light purple, and darker purple. Beautiful designs for your clients. I love them actually. So I have used the foil design gel, which sticks in really well for the chromes if the transferring foil is much harder technique. And I hope you have really enjoyed watching these tutorials, glittery hacks, and bye for now.